Whistleblower. Following an individual code of ethics. In June of 2008, Louis Barlow was hired as an administrator for Eastern Regional Jail in Martinsburg, West Virginia. Barlow's primary duties as an administrator were to direct, oversee and supervise the jail and those who were employed there. When performing his duties, Barlow received information concerning crimes allegedly committed by correctional officers at the jail. After reporting the information to his superiors, Barlow was fired in January 2010. Barlow proceeded to file a wrongful termination lawsuit against the West Virginia Regional Jail and Correctional Authority, accusing them of violating his rights and failing to protect him under the West Virginia Whistleblower Protection Law. In 2013, the lawsuit was subsequently dropped by Barlow due to his ongoing medical problems. This presentation will explore the details of the case, the basis for the lawsuit, the current code of ethics and the subculture which plays an important role in West Virginia's correctional community. Additionally, the questions which arise when studying this case and the repercussions of unethical behaviors and cultures in the correctional environment. Louis Barlow was hired in June 2008 in the position of jail administrator by Terry Miller and Cedric Green. Miller was the executive director of the West Virginia Regional Jail and Correctional Facility Authority, while Green was the deputy executive director. Miller and Green instructed Barlow to report specifically any evidence of sexual abuse of female inmates and excessive force. Barlow was directed to report directly to Miller and Green only. Barlow gained evidence of drug smuggling by correctional officers in exchange for sexual favors from female inmates. Reports of correctional officers watching the female inmates in the shower were also received by Barlow. Barlow reported the information to Miller and Green. Barlow reported that John King, chief operations manager at the jail, told him he was giving too much information to Miller and Green and requested he not do so. Barlow continued to report the information while also reporting the alleged unethical behavior to the West Virginia State Police. The state police investigated the reports and made arrests. Barlow elaborated that he had not actually witnessed the crimes, but had received sworn statements from female inmates concerning the matters. Miller was subsequently fired in October 2011 amid sexual harassment charges by several female co-workers. King quit his position after being charged with drunk driving for the second time. Barlow was fired in January 2010 by the new executive director, Mr. DeLong. Barlow filed a wrongful termination lawsuit against the West Virginia Regional Jail and Correctional Facility Authority. The lawsuit claims that Barlow's termination was a result of his whistleblowing of unethical behavior. The question is whether the reported behavior would be considered unethical, and also whether or not Barlow was terminated for being a whistleblower. There is no question that the accusations of smuggling drugs and trading them for sex are unethical behaviors. Guards who allegedly watched female inmates shower is unethical behavior as well. Can Barlow be labeled a whistleblower? A whistleblower is defined as an individual who reports unethical or illegal actions against a coworker or superior in the workplace. Was Barlow fired due to his choice to report the unethical acts? There is not enough information to prove in all certainty that Barlow was terminated for becoming a whistleblower. Can the unethical behavior of Barlow's superiors and the chief operations manager John King suggest a culture of covering up unethical behavior? Do the facts of the case suggest a subculture of covering up unethical behavior? Can Barlow be confident of an ethical solution when the people he is responsible to reporting information to are they themselves not upholding the organization's code of ethics? If it could be determined in certainty that Barlow was fired due to his attempt to disclose the unethical behaviors in the jail, then were his rights violated? In conclusion, if Barlow had not dropped his lawsuit against the West Virginia Regional Jail and Correctional Facility Authority and had the court decided he was indeed fired for his whistleblowing actions, would the court have ruled in his favor?